Coach, through much of your winning streak, you've been good at closing possessions out on the glass, taking care of the basketball and playing disciplined defensively. You know, how much did those areas hurt you tonight?
Can I be done now? Because you just finished it. Yeah, we didn't take care of the basketball the right way. 14 turns for 18 points. Those are free baskets for them. 15 offensive rebounds for 17 points, extra points, not finishing out possessions. And then you foul three-point shooters 3 times. You don't give yourself an opportunity. And that's where our discipline has to come in. And I think that's part of it. We talked about it, understanding where the game plan was. Rebound the basketball, crash the offensive glass, take out the 3. You give yourself an opportunity. We didn't do all those things tonight, and this is why the outcome is what it was.
What would you attribute most of the three-point attempts not falling tonight?
Ours? Yeah, you got to give the Clippers credit. I mean, they did an unbelievable job with their switching, their activity, their active hands. And we talked to our guys about if you're open, let it fly, but there are a lot of times those things weren't open. They did a phenomenal job of attacking, switching, and then getting their hands in the passing lane, so a lot of those shots were not as clean as you'd like to them. And we passed up some good ones. But the ability to step into them with confidence is what we're going to keep telling our guys to do, to create the problem early. But then you got to be confident enough to step into it and shoot.
You must be happy about forcing 21 turnovers. Is there any way you can explain how that's not leading to a win? Because it really looked like you guys were pretty good control in the first half, and then it kind of slipped away.
Yeah, I think, 25 you turn them over 25 times for 25 points, so that gives you an opportunity. Your defense is doing a heck of a job there, creating some offense. But again, you cannot give up 15 offensive rebounds. You cannot give up 15 offensive rebounds to give yourself an opportunity. That's 17 second chance points. And, it's an 11-point game, and you give up 17 second chance points. You allow them to shoot 50% from the three-point line, and you turn the ball over 14 times for 18 points. So these are free baskets that we got to make sure that we value the possession, outvalue each possession.
Chris Dunn's a pretty different kind of look for Franz on ball. I'm curious what you made of that matchup, and if over the last couple of weeks you've seen an evolution in the way that teams are trying to guard Franz right now, given the kind of workload he has for you guys.
Guys are going to constantly guard him differently, and Chris Dunn is a hell of a defender, and Franz has seen plenty of good defenders in these past couple weeks. And again, the physicality was there, but that's not the reason why. I will go back to our ability to finish possessions off. They did a great job. You have to tip your hat to them and how hard they played, how physical they were, how aggressive they were, and obviously we fouled some shooters, and that's all you can look at right now.
Anthony Black made some big plays tonight, also played through some of his own mistakes. I'm curious for you and your staff what the process has been like with him in terms of kind of earning and building the trust to let him play and let him play through some things.
Just continued growth with him, his ability to be aggressive and the right type of aggressive. Again, you have to give the Clippers credit in their ability to swipe, grab, hold, hit at the basketball. They did a phenomenal job of taking certain things away. Again, like some of those looks, they were closing out right into the gap in the passing lanes, getting steals, getting their hands on the basketball. So you have to give them credit. And a big portion of that is, Anthony Black being able to grow is what we're seeing. He did some great things tonight. Defensively, he was in the passing lane, the gap, got a couple of steals. Just continuing to find his space and his way.
Okay. Well, I was just talking to you guys in the hallway, and you were expressing how it felt playing in the Intuit Dome. What are your thoughts on, both of you, on how it felt playing here?
No, it was really cool, man. Dope to finally be in here. Your first time playing anywhere is always going to be a bit special. So really cool tonight coming in here, getting some fun. The wall was dope. Love the energy that they bring. Reminded me a lot of a college game. They had all the chants. They were live the whole game. It never stopped. So yeah, it was super dope.
No, it was cool. It was different. It kind of felt like being in a football game, but definitely a good feel, good environment. It was definitely well thought out.
Jalen, throughout your guys' winning streak, guys have been so good at closing out possessions on the glass, defending with discipline, and taking care of the basketball. How much did those areas hurt you tonight?
Yeah, offensive rebounds, definitely played a part in them coming out winning the game. You get 15 for 17 points. It's going to give you a pretty good opportunity to come out with a win at the end of the night. You talk about the possession game. That's a really important thing for us. Not only did the rebounding play a part of that, the turnovers as well. I think we lost the game tonight, all internally. The best thing about that is, give you things to fix. Missed a 6-game winning streak. With Bobby High, things are going pretty well. It's a big grounding. Understand that you still got things to work on. You still got to come out every night, with that intensity. And this league, it's too good, to come out and hope the team will roll over. So, we'll bounce back. Great growth moment for us tonight.
For both of you guys, I'm curious what your read is on the threes right now, and kind of how you maintain confidence in the process when those shots aren't falling. Like, how do you keep into the mechanisms that are creating those shots when they're not quite paying off for you right now?
We're just trusting our work. That's what we do. We're in the gym every day working on our jumpers. So a lot of our shots are good looks too. So gotta shoot the good ones. Gotta trust in your work, and eventually they'll start falling. That's basketball. Sometimes you make shots, sometimes you don't. But definitely got to keep finding good looks and stepping into them with confidence.
And Anthony, for you with the second unit, I'm curious what your experience has been like, kind of having some ownership of the playmaking with that group and being able to kind of step into your own. What is that season and that process been like for you lately?
Good. It's just growth, step by step, every game. They're trusting me and the ball in my hands, so definitely got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. But it's just a learning process, so we'll go back watching and try to go from there.
Anybody else?
How confident do you feel with this team to play through mistakes? You had the 5 turnovers in the first half, but then settled down, played a pretty strong second half. How good is it to have the faith of your coaches and your teammates to play through that?
It's everything, that just allows any player to play free, having teammates and coaches that trust them. So, it just allows me to go out there and kind of just play. So, definitely thankful that is what it is. So,
Jalen, as you alluded to, you'll have a tough test tomorrow. What are some of the areas you want your group to improve on playing the Lakers tomorrow?
Just come out and win possession game. Right? The things that won the Clippers the game today. We come out and do those things tomorrow, and we'll have just as good of a chance to come out with a win, as they did today. You know what I'm saying? So just bounce them back. Understand that this game is over. Kind of harp on it tonight, stress on it tonight. After midnight, once it gets 12:01, the game is gone, the day is done, and it's on to new opportunities. So we're just excited to get out tomorrow and go play in Kirkdale, play against Ron, go get us a win and a trip.
Anybody else?